Alright mate, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. It's time for the big one. It's time for my World Cup predictions for the World Cup 2022. You guys have been asking for it. Well, it's time. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my predicted winners of the World Cup. I'm going to give you some people that could challenge, could come close. I'm going to give you a surprise package. I'm going to give you my top goal scorer, my player of the tournament, and my young player of the tournament. Quick recap on the last few big international tournaments. Last time out, I predicted France to win the Euros. Got that wrong, but I did have Italy as my dark horses, and Italy, of course, did win. The tournament before that, I had France to win the World Cup, and they did win the World Cup, so I got that one bang on. So I'd say I'm not too bad at these. But the proof, of course, will be in the pudding and how will it taste? But before I get into my predictions, something I love almost as much as the biggest international football tournaments is fantasy football. And boy, have I got a great fantasy football game for you to get involved in over the next few weeks. It's free to play. It's got some ridiculously good prizes. It's called SORARE. It works just like other fantasy games. You pick your team, those players get you points based on how they perform in the games. But SORARE has got one of the most enhanced and engaging scoring systems out there. Honestly, it makes other fantasy games look like a bunch of mugs. There's a whole load of ways you can win points. This is one for the real football geniuses out there. I know there's a few of you that fancy yourselves. Not only are there some amazing overall prizes for the overall winners, like playing football with Zinedine Zidane. That's a prize, by the way. Excuse me? But I've got my own league, Spencer FC's League of Legends. You can join by clicking the link in the description. I highly recommend it. And in my league, I've got some great prizes too. The winner of my league will get 2 VIP tickets to Liverpool versus Real Madrid in the Champions League. Yes, that's right. And it doesn't stop there. All of the top 3 in my league will get a signed Argentina jersey by the team. Can you think of anyone that's good that plays for Argentina? Now, SORARE is a sports entertainment platform where users can collect digital collectibles and use them in-game to earn them points. Now, all the collectibles you use in the Global Cup are completely free. Now, when it comes to building your squad, you need 2 players in every position. You've got a budget of 100 points. So you need 2 goalkeepers, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 forwards, right? Then when it comes to match day, you select 5 of them to actually play and earn you points. That's going to be 1 goalkeeper, 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward, and then 1 bonus player that can be a defender, midfielder, or forward. You've also got to choose your captain wisely because they get extra points. So I do hope you guys get involved in my SORARE Global Cup League. Click the link in the description to join, take me on, and maybe win some unbelievable prizes. And it's all free to play. I'll see you over there. Okay, now we can crack on and make my World Cup 2022 predictions, starting, of course, with the group stage. We're going to go through this as quickly as possible just by saying who's going to win the group, who's going to come second, third, and fourth, and then we'll go through the knockout phases. So starting with Group A, we have Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands. We've got to go Netherlands to finish top for me. That's a bit of a no-brainer. This is a little bit tricky though, second place. I think you can make a case for all 3. You know, I think Qatar are the weakest side, but are they the most up for it? We've seen home advantage make a big difference in the past. And then Ecuador and Senegal, I would go Senegal ahead of them, but then there's a bit of an injury to Sadio Mane. I think he is the difference maker for them. No Mane, no party for Senegal. But I'm gonna go with Senegal. I think they've got some other good players, and if Mane can get into 1 or maybe 2 group stage games, maybe all 3, I don't know the exact status of his injury, that could be a massive boost for them. I'm gonna go Ecuador third, I'm gonna go Qatar fourth. So that's Group A, Netherlands winning, Senegal going through in second. Group B is England's group, of course. We've got England, Iran, USA, Wales. Now, I don't think I'm saying anything controversial or biased by saying England should top this group, okay? We've actually got, despite it being the only group where everyone in it is in the top 20 of the FIFA rankings, apparently, I think it's the easiest group. I think it's the kindest draw. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. England have got a habit of messing the groups up. Not so much recently, but certainly when I grew up. But I'm really hoping they're not going to do it this time out, and I don't think they are either. Second place for me is between USA and Wales, and I'm going to tip USA. Massive achievement from Wales to actually qualify. Their first World Cup in 64 years. 1958, I believe, is the last one they played in. I'm going to have them just missing out on going through in third position. I'm going to have Iran in fourth position. That's Group B done. Group C, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Again, nothing controversial. Argentina to win the group. They should do. Now, I'm going to go Saudi Arabia definitely to finish bottom. Mexico, Poland, I'm going back and forth. Obviously, the Poland Lewandowski factor is huge, but many, many times they have not delivered despite having him. I think Mexico have probably got a slightly better all-round squad. Could go either way here. Well, my son is a quarter Polish, so maybe I should back the Poles and we'll go Mexicans in third. But that could have gone either way. Group D, again, France to win, although I like Denmark. And I don't think it's crazy to say that Denmark could actually win this group. If France don't get going, they're missing some key centre midfielders, France. But we're going to go Denmark second. It's all going to come down to the result between those 2 teams, I think. And if Denmark draw with France, I wouldn't be surprised if Denmark better France's results against Australia and Tunisia. but I'm going to play it safe and go France to win the group. Australia, Tunisia, I'm just going to go the Aussies in third and Tunisia in fourth, but that could be a mare. Or do I flip them? Do I go Tunisia actually in third? No, we're going to go the Aussies in third. Okay, Group E, Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, Japan. This is the first group with two major European powers in it, Spain and Germany both in here. So I'm going to start at the bottom. Costa Rica to finish last, Japan to finish third, and then I'm going to tip Spain for second, Germany for first. Well, a shout out to Luis Enrique, the Spain manager, who's going to be live streaming apparently throughout the World Cup, which I think is pretty cool. He wants to make sure the press don't manipulate any words he says and wants to be represented properly to the Spanish fans. He's going to be streaming, I believe, on Twitch. Group F has got Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. I'm going to go Belgium to win. Now, I'm going to go Morocco to finish fourth, Canada third, Croatia second. I don't think Croatia are going to quite hit the heights of 2018. I think their team's a bit older now. You know, people like Modric nowhere near the height of their powers, but still capable of doing some special things. Just don't think they're going to go very deep. And Canada could surprise some people. Group G is Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon. Right, again, Brazil to win this one's a fairly easy shout. The next three, though, are pretty interchangeable. Each squad in Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon have got a few special players, but some notable weaknesses as well. Switzerland usually go pretty well. They're usually quite reliable, I find, at these tournaments. But I do fancy at least one African team to make it out of the group. I'm just not sure which one. I think I've got Senegal to go through, haven't I, at the moment? So maybe I'll stick with my guns. I'll stick with Senegal, and I'll go Serbia fourth, even with Mitrovic, Cameroon third, Switzerland second. Granit Xhaka. Group H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, Korea. Okay. Portugal to win this one. Although keep your eyes peeled on the Ronaldo factor, the interview, the explosive Piers Morgan interview. I made a video about it already on this channel. Check it out if you missed it. It could make everything fall apart. You know, if there's a little bit of upset in the camp, other players aren't happy with him, keep your eye on that one. But we'll go Portugal to win. I'm going to go Uruguay to come out in second. Maybe Darwin Nunez to have a decent tournament. Son Heung-min's got a bit of an injury at the moment, hasn't he? But I'm going to back him to get going if he sorts that out. And then we'll go Ghana in fourth. So South Korea in third, Uruguay second, Portugal to win the group. Okay, knockout football time. So this means, with my predictions, Netherlands are going to play the USA. Argentina are going to play Denmark. Germany are going to play Croatia. Brazil are going to play Uruguay. England, Senegal. France, Poland. Belgium, Spain. Portugal, Switzerland. Okay, start at the top then. Netherlands, USA. I'm going to back the Netherlands boys. I'm not going to bother putting the score in for this, even though it's asking me to. Argentina, Denmark. I'm going to be a bit boring here and go Argentina, but I do fancy Denmark. I still think they're being slept on, but we also can't ignore the Messi factor. Could this be his last World Cup? Germany, Croatia. I'm going to go Germany. Brazil, Uruguay. Got to be Brazil in that one. England, Senegal. I mean, that would be a good draw for us, especially if Mane's injured, although by that time, if he's been taken to the World Cup and they've already played 3 group games, you'd like to think at least by the first knockout round, he's going to be fit, Mane, so we might have to face him. But I'm going to back the boys, obviously. I've got them on my T-shirt for a reason. Let's go 3 Lions on a shirt. France, Poland, you've got to go France for that one. It's a lovely draw for them. Belgium, Spain, what a game that would be. I'm actually torn between this one. I still love the individual quality of the Belgium squad. But I know Lukaku's been a bit injured this year. The defence is very, very old. The fullback's not bad, but the centre-halves I have questions for. Obviously, De Bruyne, though, is very special. Spain, a bit more of an all-round squad. That they didn't take Thiago. They didn't take De Gea. Some notable absences. Maybe still missing a focal point up front as well. That could go either way. Could go extra time. Could go penalties if the game happens. I'm going to go Spain, you know. And then Portugal, Switzerland, I'm going to go Portugal. Nice little Iberian derby set up there between Spain and Portugal. We've also got France, England, Brazil, Germany. It's a repeat of the 2002 World Cup final. And Netherlands, Argentina. That was a great game in the 98 World Cup when Bergkamp scored that great goal. Do you remember? Long ball to Bergkamp. Goes inside. Wow, it's beautiful. Beautiful goal. One of the best World Cup goals ever. And I like Netherlands as a little bit of an outside shout in this tournament. But I'm going to go Argentina for the Messi factor. And then Germany, Brazil. I'm going to go Brazil. England, France. Now, do I go with my head? Do I go with my heart? If France had everyone fit, this would be very easy. I would definitely back France, okay? But with no Pogba and no Kante, Varane coming back from injury, they aren't at full power. Benzema's also been injured recently as well, although I expect him to be okay by this point in the tournament. You know, when it comes to England, I'm always an optimist. And you know I back the boys and I back Gareth. But I've also got my predictions reputation to uphold. And it is a distinguished reputation up and down the country and across the lands. So I'm going to have to go France. France to beat England there. England to get knocked out at the quarter-final stage, which with a draw like France, the current world champions, it wouldn't actually be that bad a tournament for us, I wouldn't say. Spain, Portugal. It's a great game. It's a great game of football. I'm going to go Portugal for the final Ronaldo World Cup factor. When I say this, I'm not saying this just because I want it to happen necessarily, or like I'm going Ronaldo, Messi. I'm saying it because I think the fact it's their last World Cup, the fact their whole country is behind it will make them perform better. I'm going off performances here, not off sentiment or anything like that. It's what I think the teams are capable of. Well, I do think no Diego Jota could be a big miss for Portugal. So Argentina-Brazil is a great semi-final. It's such a good semi-final. I think Argentina have the most talented player of both teams there in Messi, but I think Brazil have the better all-round squad. I think they've got serious depth in every position. Perhaps a slight weakness at fullback, but I'm going to back them. And I don't think Messi is going to win his final World Cup. And it's not unthinkable to have a Messi versus Ronaldo World Cup final, which would be, like, apart from if England get there, of course, the kind of perfect end to both of their World Cup careers, wouldn't it? They go head to head. I mean, a lot of people, including me, would love to see that. But I'm not going to predict it to happen, I don't think. I think I'm going to go France to make the final. Even with their depleted squad, I back them against Portugal. Brazil-France final. It's a repeat of the 98 final, which France won in France, 3-0, 2 for Zidane, 1 for Petit. But I'm going with Brazil to beat them this time and to become the world champions for the 6th time and the first time in 20 years. So there you have it. That is my predicted winner for the World Cup. I'm going to go with Brazil. I think they've got the hunger. I think they've got the balance in their squad. Still think they could have used Roberto Firmino, if I'm honest, but I still like the look of the balance of the squad, and I'm going to back Brazil to lift the trophy. Now, normally I do a dark horse, I do a surprise package. Now, they're kind of the same thing instead. So instead of doing a dark horse and a surprise package, I'm going to do a surprise package, and for that I'm going to say Denmark, because I think Denmark shouldn't be a surprise package. One of the best teams in qualifying, really good Euros. They got to the semi-final, don't forget. They only got beat by England in extra time. They could have easily gone further, and they did it all without Christian Eriksen, who in the group stage had that tragic incident. But he's back. He's back, and he's looking good. So I'm backing Denmark to do bits. I know in my tournament prediction, I had them going out to Argentina in a tough draw in their first knockout round, but I'm backing them to surprise people, including my own prediction, and maybe go further. I also like the look of Netherlands, definitely like the look of Argentina, but I don't think we can really call them surprise packages or dark horses, so to speak. I mean, maybe we could say Netherlands are a dark horse. I mean, Gakpo excites me. He could be getting a move very soon, maybe to Man United. His stats are no joke. Could this be an emerging tournament for him? I can't put Argentina as a dark horse because I think they're second favourites. So even though I like the look of Brazil or Argentina, and I think if Argentina overcome Brazil in the semi-final, I think they'd beat France in the final. The winner will be Brazil or Argentina is what I'm saying. But I can't put Argentina as a surprise package or a dark horse. So I'll say Netherlands as a dark horse, Denmark as a surprise package. Now, for my player of the tournament, if Brazil win, I think it's going to be Vinicius Jr. I think he's already become an elite player in the last year or so on the world stage in the Champions League. I think he's going to further enhance that reputation here in the World Cup in Qatar. And I think if Brazil win it, we're going to look at Vinicius Jr. as their star player. So he's going to be my prediction for player of the tournament. I won't put him down for young player of the tournament. He might still qualify age-wise, but we'll go with someone else. I'm looking at options here. I mean, Jude Bellingham, if England go anywhere, I think he's going to be a star for sure, but I'm not sure if England will go far enough for him to get it. Again, Gakpo, I think he might be 23 now, so he might be too old as well. But if Netherlands do well, I think he could stand out. But in my predictor, I had France going to the final, so I'm going to look at two different French players here. I'm looking at Camavinga, who will get a lot of game time, I think, because they've got no Kante, no Pogba. He's going to be an important part of their centre midfield, along with Tchouaméni and others. But also, I like the look of Saliba. I've been singing about this guy for a while. I picked him out in my Premier League predictions before the Premier League started. I said, look for him this year. He's going to be big, and look at Arsenal sitting top of the league. So could this be a breakout tournament for Saliba? I'm assuming he's going to play, because France have got a lot of options at centre-half, and they've got Varane coming back from injury. They've got Koundé, they've got Konate, they've got Upamecano. So I can't be 100% sure Saliba's going to play. I know Kimpembe's missing the tournament, and I know Deschamps likes to play a back three, which I think he has to if the considering the centre midfield situation, and that's what he's going for. So Saliba has got a good chance. Shall I back it and go Saliba? Why not? Saliba, stick him in there. Finally, I've got to say my top goal scorer. Okay, options here. Now, I think Brazil are going to win it, but I don't necessarily think one player is going to score all the goals for them. So I'm not going to say a Brazilian, actually. If France go far, I'm looking at Benzema if he gets back from injury in time. And Mbappe, obviously, is an easy choice. But I'm going to go against those names. And I'm going to go with Messi to get top goal scorer. I think he's going to have a great group stage, score a load of goals. And even if Argentina don't win the whole thing, he still finishes on a high individually. in his last World Cup with a load of goals. So we're going to go Messi for top scorer. And they, ladies and gentlemen, are my World Cup 2022 predictions. What do you think of them, guys? Have I had a stinker or have I got them bang on? None of us really know, do we? It's going to happen over the next few weeks. I cannot wait for it. But let me know in the comments what you do think. Get involved in the channel over the next few weeks. We've got loads of stuff coming up. Live streams, watch-alongs, videos, of course. It's going to be fun. And hopefully, even though I've not predicted it, England do bring it home. It's coming home. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Until next time, don't you go changing.